Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Trove Let's Play. Today we begin like many other days flying above the hub. But we got something to check out today. It's another patch notes video. This one is... oh, what was the name of the actual patch? Let me get that for you here real quick. I love it because they got puns in it sometimes. Ancient Dragon Ascension. Okay, they had alliteration. I'll give them points for that. But no pun. I always like there being a pun. Anyways, so as some of you may know, and people ask about all the time, especially the newer players who are below Mastery Level 30 and can't participate in the challenges yet, the challenges, the hourly challenges happening at the top of the hour, have been yielding rarely neon dragon souls, which you can use to work your way up a badge progression. And nope, wrong one. And we, thanks to some very generous gifts by a number of people, had progressed pretty far. The highest is with 100 dragon souls, and that's, you get these from the you used to get these from the neon dragon caches that were dropped for completing a challenge. And there were a variety of rewards going from allies to mounts to pretty awesome styles. And this was the second installation of a Dragon Ascension. The first one was with the Azulians that was much lower. The maximum was 40, and there was just some mounts and allies there. There wasn't any styles. And also some pretty neat, some pretty powerful buffs to your account if you reach the maximum. Well, this patch they've introduced the next installation, which is the Ancient Dragon Ascension. A whole new set of dragons, and it goes up to 100, just like the Neon Dragon one, and there's allies, mounts, styles, and as well as permanent buffs for the maximum. So that's great. So, you know, those of you who, I know there were some people who were, a lot of people actually on the stream were bragging to me about how they've completed the dragon challenges. I have not, as you saw. I'm a little behind on both Azulian and Neon Dragon, but don't worry, if you're also in that boat, you can still come to the hub underneath here and check out the make some Azulian Dragon Souls and Neon Dragon Souls. These are crafted with dragon coins. So let's take a look at the recipes while we wait for the challenge to happen. We are about 1 or 2 minutes off here from a challenge starting. So Azulian souls, they need 2 coins, some dragon soul and some glacial shards, and they give you one soul. And the neons are two dragon coins, 1 soul, and 15 robotic salvage, but they give you 3 souls. The reason why is because the Azulian ones are so much more valuable, and the reason they only give you 1, you know, it's basically a comparable crafting recipe, except for the fact that one gives you the neon results in 3 souls, and the Azulian results in 1, and that's because what we talked about with the fact that you only need to get 40 to get to the max for Azulian. So like each Azulian soul is worth a lot more than the neon soul. And here we go, we're going to go for the Fey Trickster, because my staff gear is way better. Awesome, even though... okay, so let's begin. Now, you'll notice a couple things. I'm going to explain this again. I've done this like a number of times. I'm sorry if you don't like the repetition, but it's still a question I get asked. So I'll try to make it brief. But I'm going to explain the way the challenges work for those of you who can't play them. So the hour just turned over. It's a new hour. And I'm going to head into U5. And the dialog box appears in the upper right for the challenges. If you feel as though you should see that dialog box because you're high enough mastery, and I believe the mastery level for that is 30, but you don't, it's probably because if you go to Escape Settings, Miscellaneous, you have to check the Show Challenges and Objective. Some people don't want to be bothered with these things, so you can disable that if you want. And I believe it's actually disabled by default, so yeah. Anyways, so we need to, it says, it says it has a little 1 with a shield in it up there on the right. That's because this is the first stage of the challenge where I have to get 10 points, 10 challenge points. And also you can see in big gold letters Dragonfire Peaks, because that is the biome we have to head to. So you can see a whole swarm of people just entered U5 because the challenge started, and they're all heading for this rather large Dragonfire Peaks. And that is because everyone gets the same biome. So everyone in all of Trove right now is if they're participating in the challenge, they are heading towards Dragonfire Peaks biomes to complete dungeons. Every dungeon you complete, you will get 1 challenge point. So if I completed 10 dungeons, I would be done. But to make it even easier, they give you various ways to get bonus points per dungeon. So 3x bonus multiplier for Uber 5, 6, and bonus classes. So what does that mean? I still think that text is a little vague and unclear, but what it means is that if you are in Uber 5 world, you will get ×3 point bonus. So every challenge, every dungeon you complete in the biome will not give you 1 point, it will give you 3 points. Then there's Uber 6, which you get the challenge for being in an Uber, you get the bonus for being in an Uber 5 or above world, and you get the another ×3 for being in an Uber 6 world. So if you're one of those OP bosses who can enter U6 worlds, you can get 9 points per dungeon in the correct biome. But also, then there's that green text for bonus, and it says Fade Trickster and Shadow Hunter, and that is if you use one of those bonus classes, you will actually get another ×3. So for me, so if you were in U6 and you had a bonus class, you would be getting then 9 ×3, 27 points per. Did I not go with the group? I feel like we split up. We totally did. Okay, well, whatever. Where's the boss? You down here now, boss? There he is. Anyways, so for me, I'm in a U5 world. I can't make it into a U6 world yet, so I get ×3 for that, and I'm using the bonus class of Fade Trickster, so I get ×3. So I'm getting 9 per, which is a good deal. That's pretty quick. Now, those bonus classes are different for everybody. There's like a random 2 classes selected for everybody. So that way there's always going to be a pretty even spread of classes doing the challenges. People can get bonuses. So that's cool. Now there's a new thing. So, you know, and as you can see, if I reach 10, if I can reach... can't heal you. There we go. If you can reach 10 points, the reward will be 2 ancient dragon caches because it switched over. So it switches. So you know those are the caches we want. Now, there's a new thing though with these ancient dragon caches, and that is that the first dungeon you complete in for a challenge will give you, per day, once a day, will give you a soul. So I think that's to guarantee. People were getting a little angry at the RNG, and they were opening these caches, and it was giving them flux and glim and maybe some other goodies. But flux and glim, I don't know if that's what it gives you, but it does give you like eyes, flux and eyes. That's what it gives you, right? And they didn't want flux and eyes; they wanted the souls. And so to guarantee that you get some souls, they are giving you, they have a new system where the first challenge you do every day is you complete at least 1 dungeon and participate even a little, you can get a soul. So really, if you logged on for 100 days straight and just in the very beginning of 1 challenge per day, you would get done with the ancient dragon. I like that change. I don't know. I'm someone who's not done with my gear yet. I don't have any radiant gear. I don't even have good enough gear to get into U6, as I said. And so I really like the eyes. So I think I would have like approved like we'll give you 2 ancient dragon caches instead of just a soul. because I would almost rather not get the souls, but get the eyes and stuff instead. But then again, there are other ways to get eyes, and this is the only way to get souls. So I guess I can see the logic behind it, and I think probably, like, if that was the case where they gave you more caches, and then I did complete my gear and get to Radiant and stuff, then I'd probably be really bummed that I was getting all these eyes I didn't need. So, yeah, I guess that's the right choice. And that's pretty much it. I think we should finish off the challenge, though. So this will be a little bit of a longer episode. We've already been going for 10 minutes, and we've got another 12 minutes in the challenge. But then again, we're going pretty quick here, so we might actually be able to get away with... I'm having trouble playing my best and helping defeat the bosses while talking. These are something that we do all the time on the live streams, and they're a lot of fun, very hectic going as a group. Sometimes they go great because you find a giant biome that's packed with like 3-star dungeons, and you're racking in the points, and you finish it with 10 minutes to spare. Other times it goes terribly, and you just can't seem to find a small dungeon. I think we may have split apart from the group. Yeah, how'd that happen? I don't think everyone stuck around to do every dungeon in that 3-star dungeon or something. But yeah, the whole trick is to stay as a group so that everyone can get every dungeon. If everyone took their own dungeon, then everyone would get one challenge point, and that's it, and no one would complete the challenge. So it's this nice teamwork thing where it works better for everybody if everybody sticks together. It just sort of, and it's not enforced teamwork or anything, it's just organically better for everyone, which is the best kind of teamwork in a video game, if you ask me. So, yeah. Except for when people want to troll, but I don't think I've ever encountered someone who wants to troll in Trove. At least Trove, the troll in the challenges. So, let's see, some of the rewards. We have an ally, an ancient dragonling, and we also have ancient fledgling mount, and that's a ground mount. So it is a dragon, but it can't fly. It just walks on the ground. And if you start to fly, it'll go away. And you'll pull out your wings. Then there is a set of styles called the Ancient Arsenal set of styles. I don't know what those look like. Should be cool, though. Then there's a winged mount for the ancient dragon, which is kind of like the dragon I was showing in the beginning, where it does... whoa. That was some rubber banding there. I tried to jump down the hole. I think I made it most of the way down and then jumped back up. Then, so the winged mount is kind of like the dragon I was showing at the beginning. It can fly with you, and I saw one from afar before I was recording, and it looked pretty cool. And that it can't shoot fireballs though. So the only ones that can shoot fireballs are the legendary mounts that come with these challenges. And winged fire-breathing mount, Trimech the Ancient, and radiant what? And radiant weapon aura. Yeah. So if you have radiant tier gear and you get to that level to get that ancient mount, along with that ancient mount comes legendary mount comes the ability to comes a new visual particle effect for your radiant gear. So radiant swords and radiant gear have this visual effect on it, and sometimes it looks like fire, sometimes it's like electricity, and they've been adding more and more. And the way you change it by using, I think, an advanced forge, or an enchanted forge that is now called. They've changed around the forging names and models and things kind of a lot recently. I didn't really get a handle on what everything's being called now. I'm pretty sure the advanced forge became the ancient forged, and then the normal forge is still called a forge, but it now looks like the way the advanced forge used to look. It uses the model of the other one, so it's a little confusing. So in the advanced forge you can actually, I think, use, I want to say, oh, it's that thing that you can craft at the hub in the dragon cave at the hub that we were in at the beginning of the video. You can actually craft an object that when you use in the enchanted forge with your radiant gear, it'll cycle through, like, it'll let you pick a new VFX out of all the ones you have unlocked. Okay, so we have 8 minutes, and I'm hoping that we can actually get to 100, because that'll give us the maximum amount of caches, which is 7. And that is because of the level that my class is. So some of you that have really high level classes are probably thinking like, no, there's a whole nother tier, there's a 300. But actually they made it, I don't know when they added this change, it kind of caught me off guard, but they made it so that you can't access the 300, the 300 level challenge where you have to do 300 challenges, which will give you even more caches, unless you are, I think, able to go into U6 with the class you're using. I think that's how it works. Because people have told me that it's still in the game, but I can't seem to get it no matter what class I use. It might be based off of mastery level, but I kind of assume that I have a high enough mastery level to do that. I mean, I don't actually, what is my mastery level? 118? I don't know, maybe, unless that starts after like mastery 120, I don't know. You guys will probably know, you can check the comments, someone will probably tell us. But I'm pretty sure it's based off of the rank of the class you're using. So I'm pretty sure if I jumped to like a level 10 class right now, it would remove this challenge from me, maybe? We could probably test that by taking off the gear, but I don't want to risk resetting the challenge. Maybe it is based on mastery. I have no idea. I guess that would make a lot more sense than based off of the class rank, because if people swap out gear, you don't want to, and that kind of thing. Anyways, we wouldn't be able to hit that anyways because we're not getting points fast enough. We would definitely need to be getting all 26, or sorry, all 27 points per dungeon. Definitely, without a doubt. Let me in. Is that the boss? Yeah, that's the boss. Oh, put down my ult right as they killed it. Alright, we're actually running out of biome. This is one of the scary points where you... Oh no, we have that whole area down there. Okay, I guess we're fine. But when you run into small biomes, that's the worst. Nothing you can do. You just gotta pick a direction and walk and hope that you find it. You can also try to hop worlds. Like jump into a U1 world and try to get, you know, sacrifice that bonus, but hope that there's like a giant biome that you need right at U1. I find that the loading screens make that strategy way not worth it unless you're just looking for like, unless there's really, I don't know, yeah, unless you're like in a giant ocean, I guess, and there's nothing you can do other than leave. I might even be able to whoop, pop the invulnerability, come out the portal in the front, or not the portal, but the gap, the hole, volcanic hole. Throw down the ult. So I was kind of wondering if we were gonna see the Lunar Lancer this patch. I guess it wouldn't make sense to do these two giant, those two, that add that and this big change to challenges at the same time. But the reason why is because they've started accepting stabs on the Trove Creation subreddit, where players can add art to the game and the developers can review it and then maybe eventually decide to add it to the game. I actually made a staff. I'm pretty proud of it too. I meant to submit it to the subreddit. I didn't do it yet because I wanted to make a video about it first. And then include that video in the post so people could see. I was originally going to try to do a time-lapse of the making of, and then I never hit the record button. So Didn't capture that video. But it's okay. Did I say staff? I meant to say spear. I think I said staff. I meant spear. Spears for the Lunar Lancer. Oh, we did it. Awesome. Back to the hub world. We are done here. Good. I guess this video won't be insanely long after all. Just pretty long. Oh, jeez. Settle down. Okay, so let's go ahead and consume our first soul. And we got the helm of the ancient dragon crown. And I think we should totally test that out. Dragon ascension. Helm ancient dragon crown. Wow. That's intense. That seems like a really badass Dracolite helmet. Probably. Cool. Next, I will spare you guys having me go deconstruct all that gear. Let's see, we got a piece of shadow gear, shadow level 1, not bad. And we got a number, we got 7 of the ancient dragon caches. Let's open them up. 250 flex, not bad. 15 eyes. I need all the eyes I can get, so I'm happy when it lands on eyes no matter what the number it is. Okay, not great stuff. I was hoping for a couple more souls than that, but you know, what can I say? It's the first. We'll get there, especially during the live streams where we do like 3 or 4 challenges throughout the entire stream. But that's going to be it for us today. I hope that was helpful in understanding the challenge system if you were one of those people that weren't sure how it worked. And come on now. And I hope you guys best of luck in the RNG and getting those souls. Get those awesome looking mounts. Flying ones too, yes. And that's gonna do it for me today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.